Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. Is this thing on? Certainly looks on. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome in to what will be the final session of Pokemon Blue, the second game on Project Pokémon, which means I'm almost done with the first generation. Because then I just gotta do Stadium, which would take one, maybe two streams, and then I gotta do Yellow. And I'm pretty sure by the time I get to Yellow, I can speed through it. So, we're gonna... Alright, unpause that. There we go. Hello, everybody! I made sure to take care of all the off-screen stuff that I needed to do. We caught Articuno and Zapdos. I got everyone on the team at least to level 50. I just walked around in that Pokemon mansion on Cinnabar Island a bunch and fought all the Pokemon there. Come on. It sounds a little loud. I thought I'd already turned it down, but maybe I need to... There we go. Yeah, so I got my team up to the 50s. We caught Zapdos, and we caught Articuno, and I fought all the trainers I had left, I think. There might be still some errant trainers here, there, and everywhere. We're gonna put our starter in the front, because we are already in Viridian City, where the final gym is. That will take on the final gym right now. It's probably up that way. That way we can go straight to the Elite Four. Well, we gotta go, through Victory Road first, but then we'll go through the Elite Four. So, Giovanni, Victory Road, Elite Four, Champion Fight, Mewtwo. We should be able to get all that done tonight. No problem. I mean, it might be a bit of a challenge when we get to the champion and his Pokemon are like in the fucking 60s and 70s. But you know what? That's why I got everyone at least in the 50s. Alright. This is the ground type gym. So, should be okay to be running my water type, my Coral Reefer, my Blastoise. Now, see? Weak to water. We learned Hydro Pump, by the way. I threw a PP up on it just so I could hit a full team of enemies with it, potentially. Oh, I should have gone to the Pokemon Center. Looks like I'm still missing a little PP on some moves. It's gonna be weird when I get back to the games where I can actually see my experience bar. Alright, that's one schmuck down. These free experience people. Just throw me all the experience, baby! Oh, he's a black belt, which means he probably has fighting types, right? Ah, look at that. That's a fighting type. Okay, so I can switch into Whitney, who has flying type moves, or Hello Nurse, who has psychic. Hello Nurse is normal, but technically so is Whitney. She's just normal flying. Neither one is particularly safe on a switch in, but Hello Nurse might be slightly better because she's got like more than twice as much HP? There's not too many super powerful fighting moves in this one. It's just... yeah, he used one. He fucking used one, didn't he? Hi there! Thank you for getting first in the hydrate. I will hydrate right now. Let me do that. Welcome in. How is your weekend going so far? You know, I used to have a thing that would pop up with like a little trophy when people would get first. But it just stopped working at some point. And I need to figure out like either why it stopped so I can fix it or figure out something else for that. Because I just want there to be like a little thing for people who get first. Hello, Nurse is a solid name for that Pokemon. I thought so. Cheers! Thank you for the hydrate. My first plan when I was going to do this was I was going to use Kangaskhan, and she was going to have, like, strength and stuff like that. But then I was looking through, and it's like, in Gen 1, before Special gets split into Special Attack and Special Defense, Chansey actually has really high Special, which means in Gen 1 only, she can hit really hard with Special Attacks. So, what I had originally planned for shifted to using a Chansey instead of a Kangaskhan. Both Pokemon I would have had to get in the Safari Zone, so it didn't change the plan too much. Honestly, the less notice of getting first, the better. You could end up with a whole situation if you bring focus to who gets first. I mean, maybe, but I just want like a little trophy to pop up. It's not like it keeps score. Just like, you click first, here's your trophy. I used to have that. I just thought it was a fun little thing. It just eventually it stopped working. There might be something with the program I was using. It was called Trigger Fire. Might have to look that up. Of course, I always say I'm gonna do these things, and then just I either forget or I run out of time. It's what happens. What happens when you're working a full-time job. And still trying to stream 3 to 4 times a week. I want to stay at least at 3 for a while. 4 was kind of exhausting, but I just feel like 2's not enough. I've been doing 2 for years, and I feel like I'm making no progress on things sometimes. Like, if I was doing more than 2 streams a week, I could have gotten through Persona 5 a lot faster. It took me almost a year to play that game, because most of the time I was playing it once a week. Alright, we'll get through all the free experience people here, and then we'll go rest up at the Pokemon Center to get our PP back up on our moves. Alright, that's gotta be another black belt guy, right? Because he's got no shirt on, despite that not being what their model looks like in the battle. I mean, I could be wrong, but taking a chance here. The Karate King! Ah! I forgot to mention, I turned the volume on sound alerts up, so, because I could barely hear some of them. Not that one, though. I could always hear that one, but it's a lot louder on my end now. Hi, Raven! It should be easier for you guys to hear some of the more quiet ones now, though. Like, D's Nuts, or The Perfect Greeting. Both of those ones always sounded a little quiet to me. So I turned up the volume from 30 to 60 on the sound alert thing. So now there should be twice as loud. Finally home? Hey, congrats on getting home. Was today your first day of your new job? Second day. Yesterday was my first. Ah! Okay. You probably did say that, but at least I remembered that the new job was starting, right? It's not great, but, you know. At least we'll be finishing up this game tonight. Then I gotta go through Castle Mode on Stadium. I'm expecting that to only take 1 or 2 streams at most, so... After that, we can start on Yellow, and once I beat Yellow, I might, like, take a short break so I don't get Pokemon'd out. Can't believe you missed my terrible first... You didn't tell me! You didn't tell me you were streaming! I would have been there! I would have showed up! I didn't tell anyone. Well, how was I supposed to know then? I would have been there if I had known! I'm not a psychic. I don't know when everyone I know is streaming. Sometimes I have to check. And sometimes, if they have only just started streaming... Even Marley stopped by. Don't do this to me. I already feel bad about it. If I had known you were doing it, I would have been there. It was a fuck it, we ball moment. Well, next time tell me so I can be there. Damn. Survived an earthquake. Dab boosted earthquake even. Boros really is a beast in the first generation, isn't it? Normal types become a lot less viable once fighting types really start taking over as the new meta. Won't be until I can get an actual mic, since the mic on my PS5 controller is shit. Just use Hyper Beam. I don't think I have Hyper Beam on anyone. I didn't bother doing anything at the fucking casino this time. You know, in the first game, I grinded up coins at the casino so I could get Hyper Beam for my Tauros. And I considered getting Hyper Beam on Whitney if I couldn't find Swift. But, you know, we found Swift. So, there is no Hyper Beamer on my team this time around. I'm sure we'll use Hyper Beam in Yellow, though. Because, I've already got my team planned out for Yellow. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, one of those team members is gonna be Snorlax. So I'm expecting to use Hyper Beam on Snorlax. Can't believe I wiped to Whitney 3 times in a row last time I played Stadium 2. Didn't pose a single problem for me in Gold and Silver. Oh, snap! Did you at least eventually beat her? Whee! It's gonna be so weird when we get to Gen 3 and we replay these games for Fire Red and Leaf Green. And those go a lot faster. Nope, I stopped playing after the 3rd loss and haven't played it since Wednesday. Oh, if you've stopped playing it, I might finally have a chance to not catch up, because there's no fucking way I'm catching up. I can skip tonight and give you a chance. I haven't even finished Gen 1, and you're on Stadium 2, which means you're about ready to finish up Gen 2. So I'll still be on Gen 1 when you're on fucking Gen 3. I'm handicapped by the fact that I can only play once a week. Crystal came out after Stadium 2, so I haven't done that one yet. Well, I'm saying, I figured, but like, you beat Gold and Silver, you're gonna do Stadium 2, and then you got Crystal. So like, you've got one more game, really. Once you beat Stadium 2, you got one game left. Alright, is that everyone? Did I beat everyone? Don't worry, Mav. I'll slow down once I hit Gen 3. I've been thinking about what the cutoff point, like, the victory point for each of the games are, right? Because that's, like, an important part of the gameplay. So, like, the victory point for the Gen 1 games is catching Mewtwo. The victory point for the Gen 2 games is beating Red. Obviously, the victory point for Fire Red and Leaf Green will still be catching Mewtwo. There's just going to be a bit more between those two things. In Stadium 2, are we doing the Kanto Gym Leaders as well? Sure, why not? As long as it's got a castle mode. I forget what all the post-game stuff is in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Like, I'm pretty sure you catch your mascot before the post-game in those games, right? Because you gotta deal with all the Team Magma and Team Aqua stuff or whatever. So I don't know if catching either of them is the solid endpoint. So maybe just beating the Elite Four and Champion, but I'll have to look that up. I wanted to make catching Giratina the endpoint for, you know, the Gen 4 games, Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. Ruby and Sapphire, yes. Okay. But I was looking it up, and it turns out in order to catch Giratina, you have to complete a good chunk of the Pokédex to unlock the National Dex. That way you can then catch Giratina. Like, you have to complete you basically have to see all the Pokemon. And the only way to see all the Pokemon is to catch your mascot, and then after you've caught your mascot and you have 149 others, which is all the other ones in it, you talk to a certain person, and they show you the other mascot you don't have, then you've got 150, and you can unlock the National Dex, and then you can go catch Giratina. And I'm like, how much extra work is that, I wonder? Like, I thought catching Giratina would be a reasonable endpoint for those games, but it might add a little too much. You have to fight all the trainers in Sinnoh since you only have to see them all. I guess that's not too bad, then, but it does mean that you are basically forced to fight all the trainers. So you can't really skip anything. And there's probably a handful that it will be necessary to, like, evolve, perhaps. I mean, those games have exclusives, but I'm sure you can see the exclusives in battles. It's just whether or not you can see all the evolved form of the exclusives in battles. Oh, shit! I didn't shift Whitney out for... Okay, it's fine. I still think Giratina might be the end game. It just might require a little bit more effort, more concentrated effort from the beginning to make sure we don't miss any Pokemon. If you fight every trainer, you see all the evolutions. Okay, well, cool then. I was just looking at it the other day, because, you know, figuring out where the endpoints of these games are is important, and it's, you know, something I might have done before I even started, but I was worried if I started doing that, I would start planning teams for every game, like, way ahead of time, and, you know, I don't want to feel super locked into a team before I'm even in the generation that those Pokemon are in. Right now, I've only got my teams for Gold and Silver picked out, not even Crystal yet. Okay, yeah, so if you can see every Pokemon in the Pokédex, and then you can get the image of, whatever the other, you know, Fox Legendary is, from talking to that one person, and that's all you need to get the National Dex to go catch Giratina. It shouldn't be that much more effort. You just have to make sure you don't skip any trainers. And I certainly skipped a lot of trainers in this run-through of Blue, but I went back for them eventually. Let's see here. Damn it, I missed. There we go. See if I can one-shot you. Yeah, boy! My biggest issue with the Gen 4 games, or at least Diamond and Pearl, are... I'm not learning Double Edge. Are the weird, like... They introduced a lot of Pokemon in Gen 4 that you don't get until after you beat the game. Don't worry, Mav. I don't know if I'll be able to beat Project Pokémon by the end of the year. I got epistued by my lawyer, something like that. Persona 5. There should be a million quotes from Persona 5 with how long that game took. And I'll start again and full lap you. Yeah, I was figuring out, like, some good, like, endpoints for the projects for certain games. Obviously, for Gen 6, I was thinking catching Zygarde. Because that's, like, the only thing you have to do after you beat the Elite Four. But that did make me realize that for X and Y, there's not like a third game for those particular generations, you know? For that region. For the Kalos region. Which means that basically I'd get a playthrough where I use Chestnut and then a playthrough where I use Frogadier. But I wouldn't get one where I get Fennekin, or whatever, Delphox. That's, I believe, Delphox is the name of its final form. There's 1,000 Pokemon, give me a break. So I was thinking, it may not be an official part of the project, but I might add, like, just a playthrough of, like, a ROM hack for X and Y, just so I can grab Fennekin, and then that one can be the one where I let chat pick my team for those games. The only thing you really missed during my stream was the finding of corn. What were you playing? I don't recall you saying what you played. Alright, I'm about to go through Mount Victory to fight the Elite Four. And he's about to head out in front of me. Which means that whatever his levels are right here, like, his Pokemon are about to gain anywhere from, like, 13 to 20-ish levels. Pokemon Emerald Elite Redux. Who's Corn, then? Is that the name of a Pokemon you caught? Was it your starter, perhaps? Each Pokemon has 4 abilities at the same time. I think you've mentioned something like this to me before. It might not be the exact same game, but you've mentioned playing a ROM hack where they have like 4 abilities at once. There's a regional form of Snom called Corm. Oh, Corm? I thought you said corn. Is it? And he kind of looks like an ear of corn. Oh, so did you name him Corn? Is that what it is? I'll have to reach out to people if I'm gonna have chat pick a team for me in Gen 6. Guess I'll have to find a list of the full Pokédex for Gen 6 if that's what I'm gonna do. Bear said we should name her Corn. Alright, that works. Bitch, you ain't even got an Arcanine yet. Of course I missed. Oh yeah, we also saw a dehydrated Bellsprout. No! That poor little pod. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh yeah. I don't know the best person to take on Alakazam, but Hello Nurse has a really high special. Plus she has access to Minimize. Ah! Strobing effect! Vantai didn't like it. I'm not surprised. Vantai was there too? How is it that you didn't tell anyone, but Marley and Vantai showed up? It's not fair. I wanted to be there. I would have been there. I don't expect this to do a lot. Yeah, it's not very effective. But hey, a special fell, so these next ones should hit him harder. Gotcha, bitch. And Mama Skitty and Papa Luxray. And Papa posted I was streaming in their Discord. God damn it. Aha! Miss, bitch! Razor Leaf and Vine Whip? Kinda weird to have both. I kind of expected him to heal there. If you stream again, even if you only go for 45 minutes, I expect you to fucking tell me! So I can be there and support your ass! I can either support your ass or I can kick it. The choice is yours. But it's gonna be one of those two things the next time you stream, depending on whether or not you tell me. Alright. Rest up at the Pokemon Center. Then we head to Mount Victory, baby. Mount Victory, baby is... Be a funny name for something. If I were If I were a better comedian, I would have had something ready for that. I would have been able to think of something. But I'm not. So I'll just say it's a funny name for something and let you figure it out. Alright. Anything in my PC I need to take out? Okay, I think I should grab those X accuracies for Chansey, because some of her moves are not great with accuracy. I grabbed the XP all. I mean, I'm up to 15 followers now. Hey, congratulations! With how quickly you're beating me at things, you'll be at 500 before the year is out. Meanwhile, I've been circling around 248 for goddamn months. I'd get a follow, and then I lose a follow. So I get close to... I get like 249, and then I lose someone. So I'm back down to 248. I'm never gonna get to 250. We're mounting Victory Baby? Who's that? I don't know. Ethers and Max Ethers are useful because some of those moves have low PP. I don't want to be inconvenienced by a bunch of battles while we're there. So I should probably get some repels. I might already have some, though. I mean, there's a Pokemon Center at the place. So I don't need to be too concerned about it. Hold on. What all do I have on me? Great Balls, Revives, Max Potions, Hyper Potions. I got that Master Ball, some Full Heals, Max Revives, Max Repels. Yeah, I got those. We can store the coin case. I don't need it anymore. Hey, I wasn't done. Don't even remember what this is. Ether, Elixir, Max Elixir, Max Ether. I could always follow with my alt. No, it's fine. We don't need to inflate the numbers. Besides, even if you did, chances are I'd be at 249 for tonight, and then by tomorrow I'd be back down to 248 somehow. Apparently I did not end up beating Whitney last time I played. Oh, look at that! That's good for you. That's neat. I'm very glad to hear that. And if I can find a way to say that that doesn't sound petty and fake, I'll definitely try. Alrighty. I got all the max repels I need to get through Mount Victory without any real hassle. We still need to catch Moltres. Because, you know, I want to. It's not necessary, but I'm gonna. I already caught Zapdos and Articuno. I named Zapdos Snap and Articuno Pop. And Moltres will be Crackle, so they will be Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Fuck it, I'm bringing a Wobbuffet to fight Morty. I mean, Wobbuffet's not a bad Pokemon in Gen 2. Because if you know what you're going up against, you'll know based on typing whether it's going to be physical or special. So it'll be a lot easier to predict which counter move to use. Ghost type moves will all be physical, right? Yeah, I mean, Wobbuffet's probably not a bad answer. Pretty sure there's no wild Pokemon in this water. I don't remember fighting any last time. Oh. Damn, that was a loud-ass truck. And because I currently don't have a window, it picked up so loud on my microphone that my model was reacting to it. in a suburb, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. Which means that that guy was revving his fucking truck for no good reason. Just to be a dick about it. You don't need to rev your goddamn truck in the middle of a suburb. Alright. I remember, I gotta move this to that little switch. Excuse me. I think perhaps, because it's been getting really chilly at night, even though it's way past winter and getting close to summer, but it's been pretty chilly at night, the fact that I basically don't have a window is what's been causing me to have this cough that I've kind of been developing, but I'm hoping I can avoid developing any further. I might, like, just grab some plastic wrap or something and a stapler and just, like, put a plastic covering over my window until I can get fixed. Just to keep out the cold air and the moisture. Really? Really? You healed your Pokemon the same turn I hit it? I think that's cheating a little bit. Why no window? The window pane fell out. I explained this. It's an old house. The bottom of the window had rotted off a while ago, so I couldn't fully close it. And the window was cracked in half, so I had that covered up with tape to keep the cold air out. But, like, just the... what do you recall it? Sealant that was keeping the window in the frame eventually dried up and it fell out because there was no bottom to hold it in place. I don't know if I was there for that. You've been here for every stream! Well, you know now, so it's fine. But yeah, I had said it on at some point that my window basically the glass pane fell out. So for the last, I guess it's been almost 10 days, I haven't had a functioning window. EM43. Which one was that again? I doubt it's anything I need. Sky Attack. Interesting. Yeah, I just hope that this mild cough doesn't develop into anything more severe before the karaoke stream. Which is on the 25th! As a gentle reminder. War Turtle. Yes. Bring out Jolteon. Jolteon just kind of does the one thing. Use electric-type moves. I mean, he does have access to Quick Attack, but basically he just has these Thunder moves here. That's his main priority when doing stuff. But he does those things really well. And he's gonna definitely be able to take out a good chunk of Lorelei's team. Yeah, I've got an X special and X accuracy moves that I can use on Hello Nurse whenever I need her to just wreck somebody's shop. You can hit them really hard, and since a lot of her moves are, like, the low accuracy ones, it'll be really beneficial to have the X accuracy on her so she's guaranteed to hit. And because she's got such a high health pool, it's probably safe to set up 2 turns to use X accuracy and X special on her to set that up. I don't know who I'm going to use it on yet, but she's absolutely going to be... I'm actually absolutely going to set her up to sweep somebody. Well, maybe not sweep, but significantly impact. Maybe the champion. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there. I don't need to go get this other item, but I'm gonna go grab it just to be on the safe side. Because I don't remember what it is, and maybe it's something I can use. Frustrating thing is having to remember to reapply strength every time I move floors. I got plenty of max repels, so I don't have to worry about random encounters. Rare candy, that is something I can use. I'm closest coral reefer to leveling up. If it gets to level 56, then I can immediately take it to 57, and, you know, the higher level we are, the better chance we have of not getting our ass kicked. Okay, only 1,000, so it'll level up pretty soon. Let me put it in the lead again. Everyone's at 51 now at the lowest. Just trying to keep everyone, like, within fighting shape, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it'd be better if I just focused on 1 or 2 to get as high leveled as possible for them. That way I can rely on them for the final fight where I'm gonna be massively under-leveled no matter what. Okay, In that first game, we kind of lucked out by using a combination of Sand Attack and Double Team to make sure that we didn't get hit just long enough to wear out the champion's final Pokemon. I don't have Sand Attack this time. I do have Minimize on Chansey, though. I swap out my flyer and I fight a guy who's using fighting types. Typical. Typical! Whatever. This should still hit you pretty hard. Don't like that I'm coughing, though. There we go. Instant level up. And we use that candy to get him right up to 57. Sky Attack could be good on Whitney, but I don't know if it's more powerful than Fly or Drill Peck. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-turn move if I remember correctly, though. So it's like Fly. The only thing I could potentially give up is Mirror Move. At least you aren't wheezing. You know how many times I've made that joke, though? Basically every time I end up having a cough while I'm streaming. Sky Attack is 140 base power, but it's a 2-turn move. That still hits really hard, though! Hey, look! There's Moltres. 140 base power! That's stronger than Fly and Drill Peck probably put together! Oh, right. I gotta use that candy. Yeah, I probably should have left some of the stuff in the PC until I was out of this place. Which one is TM5? Mirror Move could have its uses. Mega Kick. But do I need 3 flying type moves? Even at 140 base power. Like, I could replace Drill Peck, I suppose, with a just a stronger move. But, it's still a 2-turner. It'd be nice to have Drill Peck for just a quick, you know, hit. Either 130 or 140 in Gen 1. I can never remember. Either way, that's still very strong. He's gonna whip me. Because he's got a whip. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. You also aren't in the sky, so you do take damage during the charge-up turn. Oh, okay. That does make a big difference. Goltek's fucking head. Oh, it gets me every time. I would have thought something called Sky Attack would have you, you know, go up in the sky. But I guess if it did that, it'd just be basically fly, but 100% more powerful. So, you know, they gotta do something to nerf it. Is Victory Road too tough? Homie, I haven't had an issue yet. Interesting. See how much I can do with Earthquake. If it uses Confusion, that could actually do some pretty decent damage to Pickle. Never mind. We got a critical hit. Of course, no more room for items. I should have just put some stuff away. Alright, this is a Mega Kick, and I'm pretty sure I can buy it, so... Hey, it's another TM. Submission! I mean, maybe. Normal types aren't super uncommon in Gen 1, but Submission is a self-damaging move, so not ideal. Fuck! Counter doesn't work on ghost types. Fuck my life. Oh, because it's a fighting type move. I think in later generations they make it work on ghost types, because it's a countering move. But, yeah. Makes sense that it doesn't. Normal and fighting don't work on ghost types. I have to move this shit again after I go catch Moltres. In later gens, it does. Yeah, I did remember that they did change it eventually, but it probably wasn't the thought process that early in that they should probably make it hit ghost types since ghost types are physical. No more room for items. Alright, if I recall, this thing has Peck and Fire Spin, which are fucking pathetic. Moltres gets straight up shafted. Vantai is weak to both of those things, but Vantai is the only one who knows a sleep move. Ow! That hurt. Just don't paralyze it. Seriously? You woke the fuck up turn 1? Well, Morty's gonna kick my ass now. Yeah, I guess you were kind of banking on that, weren't you? This shouldn't do a lot of damage at all. Just trying to get you down in the red. That was a critical hit. Damn it. Okay, still asleep though. 3 HP on my final Pokemon. I don't know if Kingdra has this. I got my fingers crossed for you. Okay, we in the red. Don't wake up. Fuck. Alright, go to sleep. Go back to sleep. Stay asleep. Don't wake up immediately. Okay, good. Time for some Great Balls. Actually, since we got it to sleep and in red, an Ultra Ball's better at the moment. If it wakes up, we'll swap Vantai out and start throwing Great Balls. It did not, in fact, have this. Aww. Sorry about your Kingdra. And, you know, obviously your Wobbuffet. Damn! Apparently they don't want to be as easy to catch this time around. Oh, man. I got these things on, like, what? 1 or 2 balls each last time? Okay, we got it. This one is Crackle, because they're Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Which might have been a good name for a starter trio, but, eh. Alright, we can heal up Vantai. Boop. Alrighty. See if I gotta move this rock again. Okay, Mav, I know Wobbuffet will do better on a second try against Gengar. Yeah, I'm sure Council will start working against Ghost-type, you know, later. Just because you want it to. It should have worked out fine. Against anything but Ghost-type, Wobbuffet is probably a really good choice, actually. Due to types always being like either special or physical, so it's much easier to predict what your opponent's going to use. So I don't discredit you for trying to use Wobbuffet in this instance. And Counter has more often than not worked on ghost types. I just have to use Destiny Bond. Ah, okay. It's true, you got that too. Wobbuffet has one moveset, but I bet for Gen 2, especially in Stadium, it's probably a very effective moveset. Bring Pickle back out. Just Earthquake this liquor. I wonder if I'll have to get to a point where, like, I'm running low on Pokemon. I've got Pickle in. I can get one move off before Pickle is dead. And I go for Toxic, then switch to Chansey to just minimize and Toxic stall. Gonna make that liquor quake. That reminds me of an old joke, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's definitely not a joke that has aged super great, but, like, it was something I heard in fucking middle school, I think, where you were supposed to, like, ask a friend a couple questions, but you told them they were also always supposed to respond with the same thing: ketchup and liquor. It's like, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Ketchup and liquor. And I don't remember how many questions you asked, but, like, the final question is, what do you do if you see a hot girl walk by? Ketchup and liquor. Yeah, not the best joke that has aged. And I definitely messed up the punchline. It just reminded me of that for whatever reason. Jokes were bad in middle school, weren't they? Like, everything we learned in middle school from other middle schoolers was probably, like, either mildly racist or sexist. Kinky? I mean, I guess if she was into it, but, like, if you were just doing that to some random lady, it wouldn't be kinky, it would be criminal. God, Arcanine looks so cool. Only mildly? Well, at best, mildly. At worst, horribly so. Unless that's an item I already have one of. Hey, it's a Max Revive, which might actually come in super handy. Okay, gotta push this again, because it didn't stay in place. Why would it? Pushing a rock, pushing a rock. I can't help but pushing a rock, pushing a rock. Takes so long to push the rock, pushing the rock. There. Now that should be activated again. Man, I really miss the running shoes. I miss the running shoes. Ghastly keeps licking my female Murkrow. That can't be doing a lot of damage, though, right? Murkrow. Interesting choice. What's Murkrow's moveset in Stadium 2? I like Murkrow, but if I'm going to use one, I'll wait until post-Gen 4 when it actually gets an evolution. I was talking about that the other day, though. How, you could build an entire team of Gen 2 Pokemon who get evolutions in Gen 4. Like one-stage Gen 2 Pokemon. And then they get evolutions when they get to Gen 4. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fucking mushroom hip dick. Fucking spore using asshole. That's my boy! Yeah, well... if he puts me to sleep again, I'm at least gonna hit him with this first. It didn't affect him! God damn it! He's not a poison type! He should be able to get poisoned! Is it because he's a grass type? Pretty sure that's not how it works. Fuck this. Oh my god, seriously. What kind of an asshole needs to rev their engines that loud driving through a suburb? It's so loud without my window, too. Fuck your boy. Which sounds very terrible out of context. Because you missed. Oh, for some reason I was thinking Toxic had, like, full accuracy. I guess it doesn't. What is it, like 80, 90? Less? Just trying to get the experience that Pickle missed out on. Boba Fett got his revenge! And all he had to do was die twice. Once to, you know, necessitate the needing of revenge, and then once to activate the revenge. I mean, if you died 0 times, you wouldn't have to have even gotten revenge. In Gen 1, there's a 1.256 chance any move can miss, even if it has 100 accuracy. Damn! That sucks. Murkrow has Feint Attack, Fly, Nightshade, and Haze. Those aren't bad, except, I mean, how useful is Haze, really? Go ahead and minimize. I've got Swift. Or don't, because I one-hit KO'd you with Swift. Ah! Hi, Gran.
Hey, bitch!
See? That's much easier to hear now. Now that I've turned the volume on the sound alerts up. This is what I have full heals for. It's 1 in 256 chance, so it's a 0.0039% chance of missing. God, that sucks. But is Toxic 100% accuracy, or is it only like 90 or something? If it's only 90, then that's much more understanding. If it's 100% accuracy, I'm gonna be pissed. Ah, Kingler. A Pokemon that will really struggle with its stat line until the special attack split of types, when it can actually learn some physical water type moves. It's got amazing attack, but pitiful special, and later on pitiful special attack. So it doesn't do very good with its water type moves, which is what you would want a water type for, ideally. It's 85% in general. Okay, that's much more understandable. So apparently the Nintendo 3DS XL I have is worth like $400 used, and who knows how much more I could get with the games in their boxes I have. Are you thinking of selling your old console stuff? I don't think I could ever do that. I get too attached to my stuff. Like, I bought the Switch 2, but I haven't even considered giving up my Switch 1. One of them, maybe. And if I did give up my Switch 1, most likely I'd, like, give it to someone and not sell it. I beat Morty! Now you gotta beat Rick. And he's a lot harder to beat than Morty, based on everything I've seen in the show. I'm the first person to ever make that joke about Rick and Morty being in Pokemon. And I won't hear anyone even remotely contradict me on that fact. My sister and I got them forever ago, and she gave me hers, so now I have 2. I have 2 PSPs in my, I guess it's like a little memory box, just where I keep, like, old things that I don't use anymore, but I don't want to throw away. My hoarder's box. Bitch, how are you in Mount Victory with a level 43 Bellsprout? It should at least be a Weepin' Bell by now. The only reason it could be a Bellsprout is if you stopped it from evolving. Like, maybe I'll give my original Switch to my nieces or something. Or my nephew when he gets older. But just like the idea of selling it, I couldn't even, man. I could not even. I'm not like a terrible hoarder, but I do end up, like, forming sentimental attachments to my physical belongings, which I guess probably is not something you should do. I mean, I want a new Xbox, so I might have to. I understand that. I was lucky to find Switch 2 I bought on sale. And even luckier that I managed to get it before the price went up. Still kind of feel like... like maybe I should have waited, because that was a lot of money. But I guess ultimately it worked out. However, I won't be selling my copy of Pokemon Sun because I have like 135 hours on it. Oh man, you want to talk a lot of Pokemon hours? When I had my original copy of Pokemon Black, for the Nintendo DS, I played the shit out of that game. So much so that I got to, and I'm not kidding, 666 hours on it. I still have the copy of that game. I got to that number, I'm like, I have to stop now. I can't play it anymore because I can't allow this number to change. That's a bad number, Mav. Or is it the perfect number to stop at? Alright, I remember this being the end. It is. Right, and just like that, we're out of Mount Victory. Which I do believe in Fire Red and Leaf Green will change to a cave and not like a building with caves in it. 667 would have been funnier. That's debatable. And I will say in this instance, no. Because it's funny due to the fact that, like, a lot of churches, when Pokemon first came out, were like, this is the devil's work. Like, the church I went to spent a full day teaching us about how Pokemon was evil and Satan worshipping shit, and just, like, getting to 666 hours on something that the church warned me was going to take me to hell somehow. Hilarious. I got to 666 hours and I just stopped playing it, even though I was not even remotely ready to be done with it yet, because Gen 6 had yet to come out. I bought those games. My brother and I got black and white. I got black, he got white. And we played those games fucking basically every day until Gen 6 came out. Then Gen 6 came out and I didn't play it nearly as much. Largely because there wasn't anything to fucking do in Gen 6 after you beat the Elite Four. There was not really any sort of post-game in those. Okay, we can deposit these. I don't need max repels while I'm here, so we can probably deposit those. Don't need the super rod here. Alright. Okay. And withdraw. Anything in here I need for battle. Let's go ahead and get this hyper potion out. Take this max ether. Get all the PP restoring stuff, because I don't know if we'll need them, but we might. Okay. And there should be a store here. We're gonna buy a lot of healing items from them. I don't remember though how many of those I even have. We're just gonna buy 10 of them. Woof, that is a chunk of change right there. We'll buy 6 max potions. Like I said, we're gonna be spending a lot of money on healing shit. And 10 revives. Alright, and we're gonna save right here. It's time to take on the Elite fucking Four. Let me make sure I rest up first, though. Not 100% certain I did, so let me just double check. I could have just checked my party and seen if there's anyone missing any health. That would have told me right away. But you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. We ballin'. We ballin'! Okay, first should be Lorelei, which means we'll want to lead with our Jolteon. Oh, look, Repel's effect wore off. I forgot I even still had it on. I've got 10x accuracies. Only got 1 X special. Maybe I should go buy some X specials and X attacks. I can fly to Celadon, pick them up, and then fly back. What else am I going to do with this money? The only thing I could do is get enough coins to get a Porygon. Drugs? Well, I mean, technically, I'm going to spend the money on performance-enhancing drugs for my Pokemon. So, we are spending it on drugs, really, if you think about it. I'm buying performance enhancers for my Pokemon. What floor are they on? This is the TMs. Which means this isn't the right floor, because, like, I believe the X specials are next to the regular stat boosting stuff. This is just the guy who gives you counter. Go see if any of your Pokemon can still take things like Carbo still. I suppose, if I have a decent amount of money left. Those are pretty expensive, though. Yeah, look at that. That's like... I could buy maybe 10 of these before I was out. Alright, HP up. That does HP. Protein is strength. Iron is defense. Carbos is speed. Calcium is special. Okay, I'm gonna buy calcium to give to Chansey. Let me buy the X specials and stuff first. Then we'll see how much money I got left. I bought some seltzers yesterday, and boy, the flavor I'm drinking tonight is great. What flavor? I'm not usually a huge fan of seltzer if it's unflavored. Like, it just tastes like CO2 to me, you know? It's just that chemical they use to give it the bubbles. But if it's flavored seltzer, that I can get down on. Alright, I've already got one, so I only need to buy 9. It's White Freeze. It's Mike's brand, like Mike's Hard Lemonade. It won't have any effect. In fairness, I did train for a while at that Pokemon Mansion. Alright, let's see if Tubi can have it then. Tubi can. We'll buy a Carbos for Tubi too. So what is White Freeze then? Sounds like it'd be one of those, like, coconut flavors, where it's, like, supposed to taste cold or what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, that won't have any effect, though. Anyone could honestly use some more speed. That one won't have any effect, though. It won't have any effect. It won't have any effect. It won't have any effect. I trained really hard at that mansion, guys. Oh, I bought this Carbos and it won't work on anyone. Well, I guess I sell it for a small chunk of my money back. Oh well. I don't know what number in Gen 1 they stopped boosting with those items. I know you can't max out EVs using them in later generations. Like an orange creamsicle flavor, apparently. Oh, my mother would love that. I don't know if I would have called that White Freeze. I would have called it Orange Creamsicle. Or if that's trademarked and they're not allowed to call it that, just call it like Orange Dream. Needed to stretch. What was the flavor that Kool-Aid used to have? It was like white colored. And it was supposed to look... It was supposed to like taste like cold. It was called like something chill. And I forget what the exact flavor was. Indigo Plateau, baby. Okay, now that I've done all that, I guess we'll save again. don't know. It's been a very long time, but the Kool-Aid used to have like a white flavor, and it was supposed to be like something chill or something to that effect. And just whenever I think of like the term white freeze, it makes me think of that same flavor. And I think it had some kind of coconut thing to it. Starting out at a deficit of 1 level. I don't expect a one-hit KO here. But I got one! Thank you, critical hit. That one I was expecting a one-hit KO on, because Cloyster has better defense than special defense, which probably means it doesn't have great special, because it's meant to be, you know, a tank for physical damage. I now stay in Girafarig and shall tolerate no slander. Hey, man, I like Girafarig. I liked Girafarig before it got for a giraffe. Okay, Jinx I have to switch out for, though, because QB cannot reliably hit Jinx super effectively. It was confused and broke through with a crit Psychic twice in a row. Damn! Okay, those two are both weak to Psychic, so we can't use them. Probably best to go with Coral Reaper. It can resist any Ice-type moves it uses, and if it uses a Psychic-type move, hopefully we've got enough special to... Yeah, I replaced Withdraw with Hydro Pump. Figure, I'm not really going to use Withdraw to boost defense, and Hydro Pump can be a very useful, like, desperation attack. Stop slapping me, bitch! Really? She got all 5 slaps in? God damn it. This is why I hate multi-hit moves. They never work for me, but they always work for anyone using them against me. Okay, we had a much easier showing against Lorelei this time around than we did in Red. Pretty sure we lost some Pokemon in Red. I was like, shit, this is not going well. But we basically swept Bruno. There we go. Damn! Oh, if only I had Static. If I had Static, you'd be paralyzed right now, fucker. Oh well, we still did great. Now you want to learn Thunder. Yes! Finally we can get rid of Thunder Shock. See, that's why I gave Thunder to Chansey instead of Tubi, because I knew that Jolteon would learn Thunder naturally. It just took until beating the Elite Four, which basically, fighting Lorelei was Jolteon's ultimate chance to shine. Right, now, leading with Hello Nurse. Wait, does Bruno have an Onix? I think he does, but I don't remember if he has it in these games. I think maybe they give him the Onix later. Okay, if he has Onix and he leads with him, I'll just swap to Vantai. He has it? Okay. Well, if he leads with it, I'll just swap to Vantai and take it down super fast. And then we'll just swap back to Hello Nurse. Not like Onix is gonna do a lot of damage on a switch-in. Worst thing it can do is trap Vantai for a couple of turns, and fucking led with Onix. I was trying to remember if he did or didn't. Go to sleep, baby boy. Let your rage build on this. This doesn't one-shot you, which it should, which it did. Right, now we bring back Hello Nurse. Okay, most likely he has a lot of special punches, which Chansey can very easily tank. He might have submission or something. We're gonna run with a minimize real quick. Alright, now we're just gonna psychic this bitch into oblivion. The Psychic is essentially what I brought all the PP healing stuff for. Because if I recall, it's also really useful against most of Agatha's team. Because even though she's supposed to be the Ghost-type specialist, she uses a lot of poison types. So they should all be weak to Psychic too. Fuck it. We ball. We ball. We're balling. We're hitting Blizzard on you. I was like, I can easily switch out and take it with Vantai, but then I'll have to switch back in and re-minimize, and there's only like one person left after this fucking Onyx is dead. 2 Onyxes! Who farted in my chat? Of course I missed. There we go. Didn't want to waste another Psychic on something that was basically almost dead. How could you lose? You're using what is objectively the worst type in Gen 1. Alright, I think in order to sweep her, I'm gonna run with that strategy of minimize, X special, and X accuracy. Psychic shouldn't really miss, but if I need to finish anything off, I don't want to use an extra Psychic. It'll be nice to have that X accuracy boost. That way I can just run right through her. And since she's normal type, all these ghost type moves won't work. Except for that one, because it does level-based damage. In fact, I'm gonna rock one more. I swear to God, if this bitch has, like, Swift. Dicks! Alright. Pop an X accuracy. And an X special. Oh, congratulations, you got 1 attack off. Now deal with this. I'm about to run ramp all over your team. Gengar, more like Deadgar. It's already a ghost type. Holy shit, though. Damn, X special boosted, super effective, and still it survives by a sliver of health. Alright, there goes your fucking quarterback. Well, yeah, they're ghost types, so of course they're dead.
Thought you were hot. Guess what? You're not. You are dead, dead, dead.
Certainly dead now. I am impressed by how it held on with even a slither of egg. Yes, a sliver of egg. That's what I was going to say. A sliver of health. Even after an X special boosted psychic. Oh shit, she got another Gengar. Dream Eater, bitch, I'm awake. The AI can make make really dumb decisions in these games sometimes. Yeah, go ahead. Use a super potion. Gonna work out really great for you. Holy crap! Oh, and it got the Confuse Ray off. Ah, but I got the Thunder off, so this battle is over! You have just been posterized. Now I can probably do something similar using Blizzard against Lance's team. I also have Ice Beam on my Coral Reefer. But, you know, the less damage I take... the more healthy Pokemon I have against the champion battle. Man, you are basically just a stepping egg. Yes, a stepping egg in my way to fighting the champion. Which is where the real scary shit's gonna go down. Okay. Step 1. Okay, thank God that missed. Does it need to recharge even if it missed? Oh my God! Oh, that's gonna hurt! Oh! Holy shit! Okay. Not ideal, but it's okay. We're 3 minimizes in. We're just gonna pop one more minimize when we get a chance. Holy shit! Oh, if it criticals, we're fucked. 3 minimizes? 3 minimizes and it still fucking hits Hyper Beam? Are you cheating? I feel like that's the only explanation for that other than just massive bad luck for me. I'm 4 minimizes in, asshole. If you even touch me again, I call foul play. Get fucked! Get fucked, dragon cuck! Someone could probably easily use that as insult against me, so... But, I say it because Gyarados is not, in fact, the dragon type. Thank you for immortalizing that quote. Okay. Now, Aerodactyl should still be weak to Blizzard, but I'm pretty sure Rock does not resist Electric, so it should also be weak to Thunder. So I'm going to save a use of Blizzard by hitting it with Thunder instead and seeing what happens. You know I had to do it to him. Oh man, I am kicking ass with Chansey alone in this fucking challenge so far. Like, I've used 2 Pokemon, really. I have used Chansey and Jolteon, and that's all I've used for the entire Elite Four. We've gone through the entire Elite Four with 2 Pokemon! I mean, we brought in Vantai for that one Onix. My Blissey put in work. My Chansey put in work too, man. I'm very glad I decided to go with Chansey. Ah! Hell yeah! Damn it, I didn't mean to talk to you again. Shut up! So, if Lance was the champion before my rival got here, who was the 4th member of the Elite Four? Because you're supposed to fight the Elite Four and then you get a chance to fight the champion, right? So, was there just not a fucking champion, or... We're gonna use that there. We're gonna use Max Ether on Blizzard. And I think... Let's see, I think he always leads with his Pidgeot, right? So we're going to switch to Pickle, who's got a Rock-type move. I'm pretty sure he also has a Gyarados. Man, I saw you like an hour and a half ago. Shut up. I think in Crystal, I'm going to replace one of my team members with whatever hatches from the odd egg, since it has a 14% chance to be shiny. Really? I did not know that. I mean, I knew about the odd egg, but I didn't know it had a 14% chance to be shiny. You could get lucky. There are some decent Pokemon options in that list. Yeah, I didn't expect a one-hit KO. That was your critical? Damn, I was hoping he'd burn off one of his heals. Shit, that actually did more damage than your other critical. Burn off a heal, motherfucker! Damn it, he didn't burn off a heal. In the Japanese version, it was a 50% chance. Wow. Okay, definitely don't want to fight this Alakazam with Pickle. Alright, time to set him up. That way, Hello Nurse can knock him down. Ha! Wasting a turn on Recover. Bitch move. Reflect. Waste of a turn. Yes, the odd egg. I believe there are 4 options, right? All the baby Pokemon they introduced? Like Magby and Elekid. Tja. Nothing. That was nothing! Tyrogue. And Smoochum, maybe? It's all 7 possible baby Pokemon. Oh. I thought it was only like a small group of them. Because I thought Togepi was a guaranteed one somewhere. Don't forget Pichu. Of course. Alright, that should be 4, I think? 4 minimizes? Alright, we'll pop that X special first in case he gets another lucky psychic on us. Togepi's from a different egg. Oh! And then that X accuracy boost! Yeah, see, he got another psychic. Swear to God, if he lowers our special, I'm gonna be pissed. Ooh, he must have gotten a critical. Let's see how much this does. I don't expect a lot, but... Okay, more than half, and it paralyzed his ass. Which means... Yes, he lost his turn, bitch! Question, how does anyone know how to trigger the Delta episode in Alpha Sapphire? Oh, does anyone, not how does. I'm kind of stuck. Shit. I know, but you put me on the spot and now my brain won't think of it. Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Magby, and Elekid. Let's see. You can probably already have a Pikachu by then, so I think by default Pichu's probably the worst option there. Tyrogue can be useful if you get, you know, one of the better Hitmons out of it, assuming you don't get Hitmon top. Hitmonlee would probably be the best one. Magby and Elekid are good, but you can have a Fire and Electric type before then. I think that, by default, that makes Smoochum probably the best option. I think you can save it before it hatches and then, like, reload to game the system. I think it doesn't decide until it hatches. Currently at Meteor Falls, but I don't know where to go from here. I don't remember. Like, I know inherently, because, you know, but I can't remember. It's been too long. Did you talk to Steven already? That's a good point. Okay, go talk to Steven and see if that sets you on the path. Because you gotta talk to Steven. Where would he be? Doesn't he have, like, a little house that he lives in? Pretty sure that's where he gifts you the Beldum that, you know, he gifts you. Or it could be somewhere else. Steven is deep in the cave of Meteor Falls. Oh, that one. Ah! Sorry, I straight up just confused. It's been too long. It's been too long and I forgore. You're probably better off just looking it up on Google and asking me. But Raven's got you, so... Dude. Dude! Am I gonna sweep his whole team with Chansey? I haven't even brought out my starter for this battle! I am impressed. I am genuinely impressed that you survived that. Hell yeah! Oh, that was so much easier than it was in red. We won the battle in red by the skin of our teeth. This one I fucking swept the sink. I swept the sink clean. You know when you get a broom and you put it in the sink? That's a thing, right? I think I confused two different expressions. Oh my god, dude. That Chansey was a fucking powerhouse. I am so glad I ultimately decided to go with Chansey over Kangaskhan for this game. My first original team was going to be almost exactly the same, but I was going to have Kangaskhan instead of Chansey. But I was looking at it while I was playing through Red, and I'm like, I could use a little bit more special coverage. Maybe someone who can use Psychic. So I went with Chansey. In Stadium 2, you have to fight Team Rockets as well as the gym leaders. Oh, well, I guess that means you still got a little bit more to do. You have to fight them right after Jasmine. Interesting. That makes sense, because they did give Team Rocket a bit more of a personality in the Gen 2 games. Because, you know, they had all the admins. Dude, look at all these teammates I didn't use! Chansey fought 90% of the Elite Four. I forget what all the admins' names are, but I know they had, like, what, 3 or 4 of them? The fucking backbone of my whole team, man. Look at that. Hello, nurse. I've seen 140 and own 64 Pokemon. And I've played for 59 hours. I'm gonna be 100% honest. A lot of that time is probably a little inflated because when I was playing on this totally legitimate, not emulator, handheld console, not emulated, it's a complete legit console that I own and I own the game, I was activating the turbo mode that is on the handheld console. A lot of people don't know that. There is a turbo mode on the handheld console. When I was training at Pokemon Mansion, I just walk in the front room, activate the turbo mode that is 100% legit, don't look it up, and just walk back and forth and did battles until Pokemon ran out of PP. Then I swapped them out and did that, and that's how I trained the Pokemon to get up to level 50. And I think, because of how fast the turbo mode goes, that highly inflated the time I spent on this game. I remember in Heart Gold and Soul Silver there was an event that I didn't realize in the US where you went back in time with Selvey and found out that the rival is Giovanni's son. You know, fighting Giovanni to stop him from rejoining Team Rocket when they take over the radio tower. Yeah, and there was like that creepypasta that after you fight him, he leaves the cave that you find him in and like drowns himself or some shit. But like even as a kid, I knew that Silver was Giovanni's son. I don't remember how I knew that, but I remember, oh my god! We're being raided! Show is a mo! Is he catching them all? I just beat the Elite Four, actually. The Elite Four and the champion. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet because I said that for every one of these games, there is a specific endpoint. And for the Gen 1 games, I have to find and catch Mewtwo. I beat 90% of the Elite Four with just my Chansey. It was pretty awesome. Hello, Raiders, welcome in. Repo. I didn't stick around long enough to see what you were actually playing. You were playing Repo. It's funny because I had mentioned the Repo thing to you. I didn't know what you were gonna be playing. Did you have fun with Repo? I gotta rest up my Pokemon real quick. Thank you so much for rating me, guys! Show, by the way, anyone, if you are not following Show, is a fantastic artist. She did the model that you are currently looking at, this little PNG model with the blinking and the talking and the bouncing. We didn't get a single cosmetic, but it was still fun and silly. Did you get scared a couple times? Who all were you playing with? I didn't get to see that either. I kind of had to start stream like right before you got started. I stuck around for as long as I could, but like an hour in, I was like, okay, I gotta start my own thing now. Glad stream's going well for you, OMG. Congrats on defeating the Elite Four, yeah. In the Pokemon games, you fight the Elite Four and then you fight the champion, and that's generally the end of the game for most of them, but like, there's often some post-game stuff. And in this one, there's the Cerulean Cave, where you can find and catch Mewtwo. It was me, Weens, and Drama. Ah! So, right there, Cerulean Cave. You can only get in it after you become the champion, which we are now. This is my team, by the way. Hold on, I'll show you all. I'm gonna be lurking for a while I DoorDash Chili's for the first time ever. I'm incredibly nervous. Good luck on DoorDashing! Wait, are you delivering DoorDashing, or are you getting DoorDash Chili's? This is Pickle, my Nido Queen. Whitney, my Firo. Coral Reefer, my Blastoise. Tuvi, my Jolteon. But yes, feel free to lurk, obviously. Streaming is hard work. If anyone who stopped by needs to go take care of themselves after the end of show stream, please feel free to. I appreciate you just stopping by. Hello, Nurse, my Chansey. Streaming is hard work. My Chansey, who, like, beat 90% of the Elite Four by herself. And last but not least, my Victory Bell, Vantai, named after a member of the community. I should probably go get my Mac Repels out of the storage, but whatever. We still got like an hour of playtime. Sprout, yes! And Vantai is on a champion team. I don't even think I used my Blastoise for the entire Elite Four. That's sad. Does that mean you're starting Yellow this stream? No, I gotta get through Stadium first. I can't start Yellow until I beat Stadium. You're right, yeah. We'll start Stadium next Friday, probably, unless I, just do like a one-off stream. I did Stadium last. Stadium came out before Yellow, so I gotta play it before I play Yellow. I don't need to pick up any of the items here. It's not super necessary, but I am intending to play the games in sort of like release order. And for the games that came out simultaneously, I play first whichever one is typically listed first whenever you say them together, like Red and Blue, Sword and Shield. I'm not playing Sword and Shield, but if I was, I'd be playing Sword first because you say Sword and Shield. Gold and Silver. Black and White. You get it? Sun and Moon, exactly. Damn, that did not hit very hard. This is where you want to train. Of course, after this one, I likely will not be playing very much again. Unless you guys want to see me try and fight the Elite Four a second time, depending on how much time we have left. I don't know how long it'll take me to get to Mewtwo. I'm not even going to try, weakening him this time. I'm just going to throw the Master Ball. I forget how much they level up. I'm pretty sure the Elite Four levels up the second time you fight them. You've been live for 2 hours now, which means I've got about an hour left. Which means that by the time I get to Mewtwo, I might still have some time left over. I don't know how much time, but if I've got some, I'll consider fighting the Elite Four again. Just for funsies. Hey, look! It's Chansey! What a fucking beast Chansey is in Gen 1! Dude, I am really glad I ultimately decided not to use Kangaskhan. I'm sure Kangaskhan would have been cool. It probably would have a very strong Hyper Beam user. But I ultimately swapped out something that I could put Psychic on. My choices were Chansey or, like, Clefable. And I did briefly consider using Clefable instead because I could have gotten it a lot faster. But I stuck with Chansey, and I'm glad I did. I'd probably use Clefable in, like, the Gen 3 remakes, though. Okay, so this is the entrance. Damn it! I don't recall getting this lost in red. Well, it's fine. I gotta burn time anyway, so... Okay, I went up there. Try this one. Just gotta find the right path. Must have just gotten really lucky when I was playing red. Venomoth. Sure, Venomoth is also a very useful Pokemon. By default, it's probably the best bug type in Gen 1 just because it can learn Psychic. Just remember that they changed the cave in Yellow. Yes. Well, it's not like I remember it in Red. I'm already lost, so... Don't think it's gonna feel that much different. I'm just gonna feel lost again. There's no way I memorize this shit before I play Yellow. Bitch, you just tried to one-shot me? You know what's funny is that Rhydon can actually learn Surf. I don't know why you would teach Rhydon Surf, because its special is terrible, but Rhydon can learn Surf. Despite being 4 times weak to water, you can use Rhydon to ride through the water. Thankfully, when we play Yellow, we pick up Charizard, and that can be our flyer. So I don't have to dedicate a slot to a separate flyer. Because, as it turns out, there's not a lot of great options for flyers in Gen 1. I've got maybe 3 left that I could possibly use. Besides Charizard, obviously. And that would be Aerodactyl, Pidgeot, and Farfetch'd. 2 of those just aren't viable. There's always Farfetch'd. Do you think you know which one of the 2 Farfetch'd is? Whether it's a viable or unviable? It's viable. Oh, thank you. That was very funny. Oh, woo! No, I think I laughed for almost a minute straight there. Oh gosh, my face is red. When I was playing Ultra Moon yesterday, I restarted it and I chose Litten as my starter and I named him Dave only because I couldn't name him Dave the Magical Cheese Wizard. What happened to Mav? I'm scared. It's fine. I'm fine. Nothing happened. Mav doesn't think Farfetch'd is viable. It's not. It's not even a question. Now what's gonna happen if I use Mirror Move? Whitney transformed into Firo. I don't think they thought that all the way through. And I used Transform again, I guess because... Wow, now my palette's changed. That was interesting. I wasn't aware how, Mirror Move would work with Transform. Damn! I got dittoed. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna put you to sleep and try and catch you. I haven't used a move yet, asshole. Seriously? Go to sleep! Fuck this. So much for trying to catch you. I'm just gonna straight up kill you now because you pissed me off by not going to sleep 2 turns in a row. Yeah, that's right. It's right. That's what you get. Anyway, look, just because you deliberately used a terrible Pokemon on purpose does not make it viable. Alright? Farfetch'd is bad. Farfetch'd is great in Gen 1. It can't even do the one thing I thought it was good for. You're just jealous of Farfetch'd? Hey, is this thing gonna outspeed me? Yes, it does. What precisely do I have to be jealous of Farfetch'd for? That he 1v6 Lorelei? What level was he? Dude, I practically 1v6 the entire Elite Four. About the same level. Like, the one thing I thought it had going for it was it could get a stab boosted Swords Dance critical slash off. But apparently, if you get a critical, doesn't matter if you boost your attack. It can in Gen 3. Well, then maybe in Gen 3, I'll give it a fucking thought. But a Gen 1, it's not viable. Just because you used it, don't make it so. You deliberately used bad Pokemon. Coward. What, because I don't want to play these games on hard mode? Damn! That was a thrash and a half. Hey, egged bozo. You egging me? Get pumped. Get egged. Ah, okay. I'm assuming you're on mobile device, and that was autocorrect's fault. Because otherwise, I don't know how you get hey when you're trying to spell get. Yeah.
Dicks!
Oh, well, okay. I can understand how you can get dicks out of whatever you were trying to do, Gran. It's Raichu! I'm gonna write you a love song. I love that joke. I can't get dicks. Well, I'm sure they have some at Bad Dragon. You just gotta pay for them. Don't tempt me. Start singing the song out loud. I can't hear you, so go for it. Then on my next stream, I'll play the song and dedicate it to you. Alright, guess what, asshole? You just locked into a Pokemon that's basically only got electric moves or one really weak physical move. And I'm bringing out my ground type. There we go. And I might as well heal up Bantai too. I got the potions. I got lotions of potions. Nav, they're currently running a promotion called the 4 Horsemen of the Akaka. Oh, man. You gotta let Vash know that. They will find that hilarious. How dare you slash me? Woof! Okay, well what if I mirror move it and get slashed for myself, but get stab boost from it? Hmm? Hmm? That's right. Well, Whitney's dead. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna catch this asshole. Put him to sleep, and I'm gonna catch him. So it's got Fury Swipes, Slash, and Swift. That's 3 normal type moves. Really? An immediate wake up? Bullshit! With how long sleep can last in this game, I find it utterly ridiculous that I could even remotely— oh my god, did I put the Master Ball away? No, I did not. Okay, thank god. That I could even remotely have 2 occasions on the same stream where a motherfucker wakes up immediately. The mouse Pokemon curls up into a spiny ball when threatened. It can roll while curled up to attack or escape. Alright, who wants to name this Sandslash? It'll be the last thing we catch before Mewtwo, basically, so... Sandslash also did wonders. I don't think Sandslash is unviable, so I'm not even remotely surprised on that one. Look, not all of your team was bad. It's just to use Pokemon like Farfetch'd and Parasect on purpose, knowing that they're bad. Now I'll give Parasect credit for having Spore, which is like a 100% guaranteed sleep move. Which in Gen 1, sleep seems to be like busted as shit, so... If no one has any name ideas, I'll just name it something myself. I'm just giving anyone who might want to jump in with a name a chance to type and whatever. Duke. Alright. Duke it is. Because we all need a Duke. Well, I put up my Dukes. It's the one Duke, I guess, but, you know. I put it up in the box. You know, if the Pikachu you get in in Yellow was allowed to evolve, I'd actually consider keeping it. But since it cannot, it's gonna go into box. And I will use, we already agreed on what I'm gonna use, Electrode instead. So that's 3 members of the team. Hey look, it's Electrode. For Yellow have been revealed. I already know what the full team is, but I've only revealed what 3 of them are going to be. We're gonna have a Charizard. I mentioned Snorlax earlier. And we'll have Electrode. Charizard's our flyer. I've mentioned before, in previous streams, another Pokemon I want to use as my surfer. I don't know if anyone will remember it. Man, fuck you. Fuck you for doing that. But, Vaporeon. I want to use Vaporeon as my surfer in Yellow. So that's 5 out of 6. I wonder if anyone can guess what the 6th member of my team will be. Bad Dragon sells pool floats now? Bold. Bold of anyone who buys that. So we've got Charizard, Snorlax, Vaporeon, Electrode, Bye. I know I only named 4. I was distracted with the battle, and I forgot to name the 5th one that I'd already said. Wait, have I only named 4? I think I've only named 4. So I was trying to remember, like, what's the 5th one that I didn't name besides the one I was asking them to... And then, like, oh, right, there's 2 left that I haven't named. Well, then. If anyone can guess what one of the last 2 are, I'll be impressed. Because now you've got essentially double the chance of getting it. Ugh. Maybe I should have brought those max repels, but, you know, I needed to kill a little time, and random encounters help with that. It wouldn't even affect Whitney if I wasn't in the sky, asshole! Woo! Oh, 1 HP. And there's Mewtwo. Hello, friend. Level 70. How about level 7D's nuts? No! 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 Oh my god! I'm so mad. If I hadn't caught that fucking Sand Slash. So I either have to kill Mewtwo or let him kill me so I can come back. Well, I know which option I'm going for. Alright, we'll just keep switching in to give him free hits. Come on, stop using recover. I mean, he's only used it once so far, but if he kills you, he's just gone for good? No. Please, that cannot be true. That can't be true. Oh, God, no. No! Oh. No! Well, You know what we gotta do? You know what we gotta do? Starting over! That means we gotta go through the entire cave again. Well, from where we left off when it last saved, which was after we beat the Elite Four. Okay, it's fine though, it's fine, because now we know to go switch the box. Gotta switch the box. Fine, it's fine. I'm absolutely fucking livid. But it's fine. Meant to store more of those. I wish I had saved the game before I fought Mewtwo. Then I wouldn't be so angry now. Do 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 Mewtwo. Do 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 do, I hate you. Do 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 Mewtwo. Do 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 do, I really fucking hate you. You wanted to catch them all. I only wanted to catch one specifically. Fucking Max Repel's out. Should've tried harder. The game should have fucking let the box change on its own! God damn it! Do you know how fucking infuriating that is? Because it happened to me, right? So obviously it's probably happened to people IRL who weren't streaming the game and didn't have knowledge that they could just do it again. So there are probably legit people, hold on, I almost forgot to change the box, who legit could not catch Mewtwo because their box was full at the time. It's probably a rare occurrence, but it happened to me naturally. So I guarantee you it's happened to other people naturally. And that's bullshit. I'm so angry. It's fine though. It's fine. Now we can catch whoever the fuck we want because we switched boxes. We don't have Duke anymore though, unfortunately. Our Duke is Juke. Gotta catch him again. It's not over until you catch him. Specifically, you have to catch him. Gotta catch them all. Gotta Ash catch them all. Alright. Let's hit this Max Repel. We should have probably enough spots to grab most, if not all, the items. We gained a lot of experience for Whitney when we were here, too. I think she got to, like, what, level 55? So, that's a shame, too. I'm gonna rage vomit. Oh, look, a max elixir that I don't fucking need. look, a nugget. But at this point, I can fight the Elite Four over and over again, so that's how I can make much better money. Hey, a full restore. Marginally more useful than the things I've picked up so far. There's not hidden items in these things. They're probably just dead ends to waste your time. Another full restore. Means I probably could have picked those up on the initial trip through. Right, this just leads me... yeah, back to this spot. Trying to make sure I get all the items. I've still got half an hour to kill, so... not like this is the worst thing in the world that could have ever possibly happened. It's really annoying for sure, but... there are worse things that could have happened. Hey, an Ultra Ball! I cannot fucking believe, because I caught that Sand Slash, I had no space left for Mewtwo. it's really infuriating me right now. But I bet in a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month, I'll find it really funny. I don't find it funny right now, but I bet eventually I'll find it funny. Wait, didn't I use the repel? Oh, right, because it only covers, like, level. So if it's a higher level than me, it can still attack. It actually means most of the Pokemon here are going to attack me no matter who I've got in the front. Especially once we get to that level where they're all in the fucking 60s. Maybe next year. Yeah, that figures. Hey, it's another Chansey, though, so... free experience! Level 64, to drop a good amount of experience. Oh no! It used Minimize! However will I hit it Swift? And that's why we picked up Swift. In theory, it's a bad idea to go up an Electrode with a flying type, but in practice, Electrode learns no electric type moves, so we're fine. As long as it doesn't blow the fuck up on me, which is entirely possible. Well, if it didn't use Explosion! Oh, I've got anger hiccups. I'm so angry, I've developed hiccups. You can't hear them because I'm, you know, holding them in, but... got the anger hiccups. You're not a fish. Stop it, Mav. Stop hiccuping? I'll try. Kind of an involuntary thing, though. Reminds me of that stop it, get help meme, you know, with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan doing a stop it, get help PSA, despite the fact that he had allegedly a crippling gambling addiction. The brain's default state is yes, hiccup. Speaking of Michael Jordan, sort of, does anyone watch that GOAT movie? You know, the basketball one, but made by Sony. It's an animated movie. It's like, it's about basketball, but it's set in a world of animals. Did the hiccup stop? No, I've still been silently hiccuping. Like basketball, but for furries. And the main character is a goat, and the movie is called GOAT. It's got like a double GOAT meaning, because he's a goat, and it's like slang for greatest of all time. I see it's on Netflix now. Might consider watching it later. The trailers made it look kind of dumb, but Sony has been putting out decent animated movies so far. And the GOAT, the main character, is voiced by, I forget the actor's name, but he was in Stranger Things. He was Lucas. Was it Lucas? I think it was Lucas. I'm gonna have to figure out how to add my own Pokemon since the rental Pokemon are terrible. You have that option. It's completely and totally an option you can do. If you can figure out how to get it done, by all means. But I don't know if that means you might have to start the castle all over. I forget how that works. It's been a very long time since I played Stadium. Or Stadium 2, for that matter. I remember on some of those minigames, though, you'd have to, like, rotate the stick. That's my plan for tomorrow. Even if I have to start over, it won't take me long. I've only beaten 6 gyms. And I was a rotate with the palm of my hand stick rotator. Because, you know, that was the fastest way to do it. Or at least it felt like the fastest way to do it. And I've got plenty of memories of fucking up the palm of my hand from rotating that goddamn stick for those mini games in Pokemon Stadium. Because I really wanted to beat my older brother and my cousins at some of those. I usually didn't. They usually beat me, because I was the youngest at the time. Yeah, what if I catch this Ditto now, huh? 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 I think I'm gonna call it a night. Have fun, Mav. You sure you changed boxes? 100%. Because I went and we go to the cave and I was like, oh shit, I almost forgot to change boxes. So I went and I absolutely changed boxes. This Ditto is gonna be related to Mulan. So it's gonna be in the Fa family. You know, because she's Fa Mulan. This Ditto is Fa Q. Q obviously is a Japanese name. But, you know, Good night, Raven. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm sure you're very tired from work. Starting your new job and all. Which you started yesterday, obviously. I knew that. So get plenty of rest, bud. Still gotta go get to that Mewtwo. We almost there. We almost there. Ha-ha! One step ahead of the bread line, one hop ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can afford, and that's everything. Go ahead, use focus energy. Waste your turn. Ugh. Well, at least it's free experience. Well, mostly free. Time and a very small amount of effort. But good experience regardless. I'm gonna save it right here, just to be on the absolute super duper safe side. I don't know what could possibly go wrong, because I switched boxes and I'm just gonna throw the fucking Master Ball at this Mewtwo. But now I don't have to come all the way through this cave again if something does go wrong. I'm super pissed. Still super pissed. That's right. I'm getting that fucking Master Ball. Master Ball! I think I named it Final Boss last time. I'm probably just gonna name it Final Boss again. Because it's what it is, baby. It's the final boss. And just like that, we good. Of course, now I got to kill like 20 more minutes. Alright, let's see what happens if I try and fight them again. I don't expect to beat them again, because I assume their levels have gone up. But let's just go see. We'll see. This time I don't have the benefit of having all the X items on me. And if I get my ass kicked, then we'll just call it early. Maybe I should have caught Articuno and Zapdos on this stream. I don't know. Probably would have taken enough time, but I wasn't aware of how long it would take in the moment. I just wanted to be ready to go through Giovanni, and then the fucking final Mount Victory, whatever it's called, Victory Road, the fucking cave before the Elite Four, and then fight the Elite Four, and then Mewtwo. You're only at 54, which is, I believe, what you were at originally. So your levels didn't even go up. Oh, I think I actually did use my partner for the Elite Four battle, because I believe I switched into Coral Reaper on Jinx, and I'm going to again. Critical hit! How much money I would need to buy a Porygon. It's 6,000 something coins. You can only buy 50 coins at a time. I think they're like 1,000 money a piece or some shit. Maybe we'll check that. If I get through these guys too fast, which I might not. Please, lady, like, until I get the Lance, you're the hardest one. And I still swept the fucking whole team with basically just my Jolteon. Swap to my Blastoise for one of your Pokemon. Other than that, swept the sink, as I said earlier. Right, he's got 2 Onyxes. I believe I forgot again. Whatever. We'll switch in. It's gonna be incredibly safe to switch in on Onyx, so... I could sneeze on you and you die. Alright, once again, start with a minimize. We don't have X special and X accuracy this time. Hey, we actually outsped him this time. Oh, he used an X defend. Well, I'm not using physical moves on you, asshole, so... Since you wasted time on that... X defend and counter? I'm using special moves on you, idiot! Thanks for the free setup, though. Appreciate it. Right, and then after that's another Onyx, right? I can use Blizzard on it, and then is Machamp. If you like it, then you should have used a Blizzard on it. If you like it, then you should have used a Blizzard on it. The thing that gave me the most trouble was Lance's Gyarados that got 2 Hyper Beams off on me. Thankfully, Hello Nurse tanked him like a fucking champ. Granted, I did heal twice. But I claim those were lucky hits anyway, because I'd already been on 4 minimizes, I think. That time that second one hit me. Okay, we'll start with Gengar. She'll start with Gengar, and if she does the same thing as last time, she'll swap out the fucking Golbat immediately. Which is essentially... If she doesn't swap out, she'll use, like, Nightshade, and then she'll swap out. That's what she did last time. She used Nightshaded, and then she swapped out. Either way, that gives me a free turn of setup, because Nightshade won't do a lot of damage, because it's level-based. And against Chansey, level-based damage is just pathetic. Oh, Dream Eater. Fuck, even better. Like, absolutely free setup. Gave me 2 turns of minimize. You gonna swap out now? Confuse Ray. Okay, so if it's got Hypnosis, Confuse Ray, Dream Eater, and Nightshade. Like, this fucking thing couldn't do shit to me, unless it manages to get lucky and put me to sleep. Surprised you didn't try and heal it. I can also hit this one with Blizzard, but we'll save that for the Dragon types. Oh shit! Haze gets rid of my minimize, doesn't it? I mean, I'm still tiny, but I think my evasion boosts are gone. Interesting. Okay, Haunter should give me plenty of turns to set up minimize again. I'm assuming she doesn't have another Haze user. Alright, we'll set up one more. Nope. Gonna keep on swinging. Just wrecking shot with my Chansey. Okay. We'll start with a Thunder to soften it up and then hit it with Psychic. Oh shit! Toxic! Too bad it's not going to be on long enough to matter, and I have got full heals to take it immediately off. Once this battle's over, which it is. Alright, hold on. Before I do that, let's just go ahead and pop a full restore to heal up and get rid of the poison. I don't remember if... Like, Toxic is obviously worse than regular poison. And in later generations, if you're Toxic at the end of the battle, you just swap back to regular poison. I don't know if that's the same thing in Gen 1. Or if you stay Toxic. Alright, I'm actually gonna lead with 2V here. So I can hit that Gyarados immediately. 2V should outspeed it. Burp. 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 Thunder might be able to one-hit KO it, but do I want to risk it not hitting and getting hit with a Hyper Beam in exchange? Well, let's try this first. Paralyzes you, and you lose your turn. Awesome. If you waste your turn on Leer, even better. Okay, it one-shot you anyway. I figured it would, but I wasn't 100% certain. Oh, we're gonna keep rocking 2V until we die. This won't hit very hard. But it still did more than half. Dragon Rage. Critical hit. I'm just kind of saving a little bit more of Chansey's moves for the champion. Oh, agility? You're still paralyzed, asshole. I'm still gonna outspeed you. Man, the computers are fucking dumb in Gen 1. Right, we're gonna risk it to get the biscuit. I'm gonna try Thunder. And it missed, because of course it missed. But that one hit. Dude, I could probably take on the entire Elite Four with just Jolteon and Chansey. I don't know about the champion, but I could take on the entire Elite Four with just those two. Alright. Jolteon might die here, but we'll die setting up a Thunder Wave. Paralyze this bitch. Barrier. That raises defense. Smart, but it won't protect you from a Thunder. And since you're no longer pure Dragon type, you don't resist it anymore. Hell yeah. Swept Lance with Jolteon. So that's 2 sweeps with Jolteon and 2 sweeps with Chansey. All that's left is the champion now. Maybe it's just because I took the time to, you know, get to a better level. But I feel like it's a lot easier in blue than it was in red. I didn't even need X boosting items. X accuracy and X attack and X all that other stuff. I took him on with pure natural talent so far. Alright, he leads with Pidgeot, so we can take that one out with Jolteon. I don't know if I can one-shot it with Thunderbolt. I might have been able to one-shot it with Thunder. Oh, okay, I was able to one-shot it with Thunderbolt. Alakazam? Of course. If I'm lucky, he'll waste a turn setting up, like, Light Screen or something. Or Recover. And I can Toxic his ass. Reflect! Ha! Fuck you! Alright, now we swap to Chansey. We set up Minimize for a couple turns. And no matter how much you keep recovering, that poison is gonna get worse and worse every fucking turn, asshole. So all I have to do is stay alive long enough for the poison to get strong enough to kill you. It might take a while if you keep recovering, but I guarantee you it'll happen eventually. I've got enough minimizes and healing items left to fucking last a siege. Oh, go ahead and recover! But guess what? That poison's gonna keep ticking away! And because it's toxic poison, it's gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. Damn, I don't think he's missed once despite all the minimizes I've used. And you wasted your last turn. If you recovered, you might have had a few more turns, but you didn't. Yes. Bring out the reefer! Tuvi again. I probably could have swept the whole Elite Four and Champion with just Jolteon and Chansey, to be perfectly honest. I bet he honestly could have done that. It would have been dumb to try, but I bet I could have. Arcanine would have been probably the biggest hassle aside from Alakazam, because those two wouldn't have had a natural weakness on him. But just as easily as I beat Alakazam, I could have beaten Arcanine. Probably gonna take some damage here, but I brought Ice Beam on my Coral Reefer just for this battle. Just to fucking prove that my starter was better than his. And he's fucking frozen! Fuck yeah! The most busted status effect. You're fucking staying frozen, jackass. You're dead. Oh, and it ends where it all began. With my starter versus his starter. I was already the champ. I'll always be the fucking champ. Alright, while that's happening, while this whole cutscene plays out, we gotta find someone to raid because it's over now. As soon as this is done, we can raid out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Atelier Sophie. when it gets to the part where I don't have to press buttons, I'm gonna take a second to use the bathroom. I see a couple of options on, depending on who's still alive by the time it's actually go time. Some of them might be like getting ready to end or whatever. Alright, okay. While it's doing this, I'm gonna go pee. Alright. I've missed nothing because the credits are still going. Okay, I'm gonna check on some of these people, see how close they are to being done streaming for the day. That way I can rule out anyone who might be about to end. The end! It certainly is. Haha! Two playthroughs down. Like 20 more to go. 30 more to go. A lot more to go. Highly inflated playtime. Didn't take us nearly 60 hours. Did not take nearly that long. Okay. I've got an idea of who I want to raid, but I want to take 1 second to look at Celadon City and see how much it would cost to get a Porygon. We'll do the equivalent math. I gotta get the coin case out of the storage, otherwise they're not gonna let me. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't think I'm gonna actually go through with buying it. I just want to see how much it would cost to buy it. Because it's 9,999 coins in red. And only like 6,000 something in this game. And if I just buy the coins 50 at a time, I think it's 1,000 coins for 50? Something to that effect? I don't know. That's why I'm checking. I'm gonna do the math real quick. Sure, just for funsies. Because I had the thought earlier. Okay, Abra, Clefairy, Nidorino. Porygon. Okay, 6,500. $1,000 for 50. Okay. So, assuming I ignore all the coins I have, which I had more than I thought I did. 6,500 divided by 50. So I'd have to buy 50 130 times 1,000. 130,000. Do I have that much? I do, by like just barely enough. Obviously, it wouldn't take all that because I've got like half the coins I need on me now. But yeah, I could totally get a Porygon if I wanted to. It would take a good chunk of money and a lot longer than I'm willing to spend buying 50 coins over and over again. Alright, so we're just gonna heal up for one final time. And I'll turn the game off, we'll raid out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for sticking with me for another session of Project Pokémon. We're 2 games in, baby. 2 games down. Alright. Bloop. Go to the buy screen. Hello. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Alright, let me set up this raid. Alright, just double checking to make sure this person's not about to end. Ads just started though, so I gotta wait for those to finish up. Okay, doesn't seem like they're about to end. We're going to be raiding into Ultra Smash Bros. Tonight, who is doing Mermay, which is, they're drawing mermaids for the month of May. That's fun. Right as I get in here, hi Flex! Oh my gosh, hi. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just ended. I beat the Elite Four twice even. But we're about to raid into Ultra. So, you know. But how are you doing? How was your weekend? You got here just in time for the goodbye song, at least. Hold on, let me set up the raid message. We'll go say hi to Ultra. And then tomorrow, I'll play some more Atelier Sophie. Alrighty. Starting raid. Hey, it's been really fun. We hope you liked it too. Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. For now, it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay, 'cause we'll see you really soon, I know. Really soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house We'll be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now. Oh, looks like Ultra's working on Ace's mermaid this time. Ace is also a good friend of the channel.